Hey friends, hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Let's
Tuesday.
While I'm getting us ready, I want to say hi to my parents and to my sister, to all of my loved ones who give your girl a watch on here. Appreciate you. Um, yes, okay. All shared out over there. Let's get ourselves over to Instagram. All right. So, if Petty it was a country. Yeah. Why is it stuck? Hold on, guys. No, delete video. Okay, now let's go live. If Petty was a country. Pin comment. Okay. There we go. We're all shared out on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Fantastic. Okay, guys. So tonight we are starting our new topic for the month. Hello, Food and Groovin'. We're starting our new topic for the month, which is going to be, money management as an entrepreneur. Just the basics, nothing too extensive, but just some things that you need to keep in mind, while you're getting to that coin. Tonight's stories, we have a follow-up to our Ben and Jerry's story from yesterday. If you watched last night, you know that we had a story about Ben and Jerry's. We also have a story. Hey Cheryl, I haven't seen you in a minute, hon. We also have a story involving Emmys. And their statue, which I'm surprised at the shape of it. Anyway, don't mind me. Also, if you are a chocolate lover, we have a story for you. All my chocolate lovers, stand up. I love chocolate. And then the last story is about a little skateboarding phenom out of Brazil. And I want your opinion on something that's happened to her, for her, but we'll get to that, okay? So we're going to have a good time tonight. Make sure that you grab your accoutrement for the show, whether that be a drink, a snack, a notebook. Ooh, excuse me. My apologies, guys. Did I take my multivitamin today? I don't think I did. Okay. Yeah, but we're getting started at 8:05, so make sure you share this out at that time. Right, so we're starting in about 1 minute. So get ready. Get ready, cause here I come on my way. I'm just being silly, guys. But yeah, we're gonna have a good time tonight. Is anybody gonna watch the verses? I know it's supposed to start now, but y'all know it never starts on time. Anybody planning on watching the Locks versus Dipset? Dipset. Hey, hey, friends. All right, so we're getting started momentarily. Get comfortable and put your thinking caps on, all right? Okay. Is this okay? We're all charged up. Okay. 8:05. Let's start, guys. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to NPL Legal Dish. This is my Monday through Wednesday live broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If this is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice, and you're like, who's this lady on the internet? Why is she talking? Why should I listen to her? I'm Natalie Pierre-Lewis. I'm the host of the show, and I am the owner and operator of NPL Consulting LLC, a business formation firm. What that means is I help people like yourself get your business paperwork together. So things like making sure you have your articles of incorporation with the state, making sure you have EIN numbers and DUNS numbers, making sure that you have contracts for clients and partners so you are not left holding the bag, helping you with brand strategy protection so people don't steal your business ideas, and hiring and training strategies so that you don't get sued for discrimination. Okay, I help you do all of these things. If you're wondering why I'm qualified to help you, I'm very happy that you asked. I'm a licensed attorney. Whew, excuse me. My apologies, y'all. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Sorry. I've been a licensed attorney for 15 years and counting. I've started multiple businesses for myself and others, both online and offline. I've had many careers in terms of entrepreneurship, law, education, hospitality, and administrative support. And most important, I'm very passionate about making business and legal education as accessible to everyone as possible. Not everybody has the time, the money, or the desire to go to business school or to law school, but a lot of you have amazing business ideas. And if you're going to be successful, there are just some things that you need to know. There's no way around it, okay? So that's why I'm here. So if you're in the startup phase of your business and you're looking for, a little bit of guidance, contact your girl. I want to help you out. Go to linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm. That is the only link in my bio on Instagram, and it's all over my page on Facebook. There you can book yourself a free 15-minute consultation if you are a first-time client. We also have Talk to Me Tuesdays where you can get a 25-minute session with me for $25. At linktree/NPL Consulting Firm, you can also download the free Biz Launch cheat sheet that will help you choose and start your dream business in 7 days or less. Hey, that Brandon guy. Linktree/NPL Consulting Firm is also where you can subscribe to the YouTube channel and to the podcast. So if you ever miss a live broadcast, you can catch up at your leisure. And last but not least, Linktree/NPL Consulting Firm is where you can get your NPL Legal Dish merch, like these lovely mugs that we have here. Okay, and we have t-shirts as well. So all that is available at Linktree/NPL Consulting Firm. Okay. Yes. So that's the business side. Now we got to get to the reason why we're here, the whole show, the spiel. What are we doing here, right? NPL Legal Dish, how does it work? Just in case somebody's watching down the road and they're like, I don't know what's happening. So I pull stories from the news, stories that you people send me, stories anywhere I find inspiration, podcasts, something. And I pull the ones that have lessons that we can learn as business owners. And I bring them here and we talk about the facts and we pull those lessons out and try to apply them to our own businesses, okay? So this is a time for you to get involved. This is a time for you to ask questions and give commentary as long as it's respectful. I will be asking you, emojis and stuff in the boxes and give me your opinions on things. So be ready to do that as long as you're not driving. If you're driving, please keep your hands on the wheel. Yeah, but it's just kind of a sounding board so we can see these business concepts in action. Okay, and before we even start on our stories tonight, we are starting our new topic for the month. Okay, every month we start a new business formation topic. The last 3 months we had been focused on intellectual property. We talked about trademarks, copyrights, and patents, but we are taking a hard left and going somewhere else with this. This month, we are talking about money management for entrepreneurs, the basics that you need to know, okay? So tonight, the very first thing that I want you to know as a business owner, if you are serious about making your business legitimate, you should not be running it from your personal bank account, okay? If you are not in a position to open up a business bank account for your business, at the very least, open up a separate personal business, a separate personal bank account and run your business, only your business through that account. Okay. So that is my NPL nugget of the night. Run your business through a separate bank account. Hi, Alan Spain, from your personal account. All right. Okay. So now that we've gotten past that, it's time to get to our stories, guys. All right. First story of the night. This is a follow-up to last night. If you were here last night, give me a star emoji. If you are not, let me catch you up. Last night we talked about the famous ice cream brand Ben and Jerry's. They have filed a trademark, or not filed a trademark infringement suit. They have filed an opposition to a trademark application filed by a CBD and hemp company that makes cookies and juice. If you guys know anything about Ben and Jerry's, they have, very unique names for their ice cream flavors. One of the flavor at issue here was half baked. This the opposite company that Ben and Jerry's was opposing, MJ Munchies, they wanted to name their line of snacks Half Baked, and Ben and Jerry's was like, no, because that's the name of our ice cream. But that was last night. If you want the full skinny on that, go watch last night's show. But what I want to bring it back to is that during the show, we were talking about Ben and Jerry's and how, they're a very conscientious company. Ben and Jerry's, they were at the, they've been very supportive of the Black Lives Matter movement. And I told you guys last night that Ben and Jerry's even recently, they decided to stop selling their ice cream in the occupied Palestinian territory. If any of you guys follow world politics, particularly those in the Middle East, you know that there is a lot of conflict between Israel and Palestine over a certain piece of land. It's caused, a lot of war, a lot of destruction. It's really sad. And Ben and Jerry's, they feel like if they were to sell their product in that region, that they would be supporting the occupation of the Palestinian territory. And they don't feel like that aligns with their values, right? So, and this is important. This is why your trademarks are important, why your business is important. Because when people see your name, they associate it with certain values, right? We know Ben and Jerry's, they do good ice cream, but we also know that they are really into social justice, right? Because they've put their company name on it. So because Ben and Jerry's, they, business occupied Palestinian territory, Israel is retaliating against Ben and Jerry's by basically saying that since Ben and Jerry's is not going to sell their ice cream in the occupied Palestinian territory, then Ben and Jerry's no longer has a trademark in Israel, and anybody can use that name. As well, there are politicians calling to put them on a list of those who oppose Israel. There are Jewish communities that are saying that they're going to change Ben and Jerry's kosher rating. So they're facing a lot of backlash. But what I thought was interesting was that Israel is trying to take the power away from the Ben and Jerry's name. And that is why I entitled this episode, If Petty Was a Country. Israel basically said, if you ain't going to sell no ice cream in this neighborhood, we're going to take away your trademark in our country. So I want to know from you guys, what do you think about this? Do you think that this is Israel being a bully, or is this just them exercising their, their sovereignty as a country, right? Again, Ben and Jerry's is not selling ice cream in a specific area called the occupied Palestinian territory because they feel like it does not align with their values. And in retaliation, Israel is saying, well, since you're not going to sell this ice cream here, we're going to let anybody use your name. Okay. But yeah. So that is and that's really while yes, Israel, they are a sovereign nation, they can do what they want, but you're basically punishing a business for for doing business with their values, for doing business with their conscience. And what does that say to the rest of the world in terms of your business dealings, right? But yeah, but if you, I'm telling you, go check it out. Just Google Israel Ben and Jerry's, and I'm sure the story will pop up, right? But I hope that Ben and Jerry's is able to get this resolved because that ice cream is good. Okay. All right. Moving on to our next story of the evening. Apparently, all of y'all are watching the verses, but that's okay. You can watch this later. Okay, so the next story of the evening. If you like watching award shows, even if you don't like watching award shows, I know you've probably heard of the four major awards. You have the EGOT, the Emmys, the Grammys, the Oscars, and the Tonys, right? Well, the Emmys, the organization that distributes the Emmy awards, they are currently suing a company called Crowdsource the Truth. Okay, Crowdsource the Truth is a company. They produce video content about wild conspiracy theories. So when you have those people on the internet who are talking about the White House is hiding aliens, or politicians are eating babies and things like that. This is what basically this website does, right? And hey, the spiritual bae, and as part of their conspiracy videos, they have something called the Crony Awards, right? Where they basically highlight the person who's being the most crazy, crooked, whatever of that episode. And as part of the Crony Awards, they use the image of the Emmy statuette. What they didn't realize is that the Emmy statuette, that is a copy, it is copywritten. The design is copywritten, and the organization that distributes the Emmys is suing Crowdsource the Truth for intellectual for copyright infringement. Guys, this is why I tell you all the time. It is so important for you to understand the source of your images, because you can get yourself in trouble by not checking. Now, this is just an online, video thing where they're talking about crazy things, and they probably just thought it was something fun. They're not making money with it at all. But again, this YouTube channel or whatever platform they have, they don't align with the values of the Emmys, right? And the Emmys does not want anybody using their intellectual property in a way that they do not deem fit. This is the power of copyright. You get to say who can use your stuff and who can't. So the Emmys are suing Crowdsource the Truth for copyright infringement because they used the image of the Emmys for their Crony Awards. Okay? All right. Before we move on to our next story, I want to remind you guys that you are watching NPL Legal Dish. This is my Monday through Wednesday live broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If you are in the startup phase of your business and you need some, legal guidance, you need somebody to guide you down the path of entrepreneurship, I want to be that Sherpa for you. Go to linktr.ee/NPL consulting firm and book yourself a free 15-minute consultation on today. Okay. All right. Let me get a sip of water before we move on to the next story. Okay. So moving on, if you are a chocolate lover, whether you are watching this live or whether you are watching this later, give me the chocolate bar emoji. Hello, Zep Wellness. If you are a chocolate lover, give me a chocolate bar emoji. Okay. In my stories today, I asked you guys if you were a fan of Lindt chocolate. Most of you said no. I think only about 30% of you said yes. I like the Lindt, the round balls with with that chocolate sauce inside. Yeah, those are the ones I like. But with today's story doesn't have to do with I think they're called truffles. Anyway, if you have ever had a Lindt chocolate bunny, please give me a bunny emoji, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching later. A Lindt chocolate bunny, okay? So if you've ever gone to CVS or wherever they sell Lindt chocolate, and you find the chocolate bunny, which they sell around Easter. The chocolate bunny comes wrapped in gold foil, okay? Now, Lindt, the company, they are based in Germany, and they have been trying to get a trademark for their gold foil Easter bunny. And they have had a hard time. At first, they tried to trademark the shape of their bunny, the shape of the bunny shape for their chocolate, but they were getting no traction in with the German intellectual property court. I know we usually talk about America, but I just thought that this was a very interesting story. So the Lindt company, since they couldn't make any headway with the shape, they decided that they were going to take a different tactic, and they have trademarked the shade of gold for the foil wrapping of their chocolate bunnies. Okay. So they said, look, you won't let us trademark the shape. Well, we're going to trademark the shade of gold. We talked about this during our trademark segment. It is possible for you to trademark a color. Think about T-Mobile pink. Think about the Starbucks green, Tiffany blue. What else? There are tons of companies that we associate with particular colors because those colors are trademarked, right? So this is exactly what the German chocolate company Lindt has done. They have trademarked the shade of gold for the wrapping of their chocolate bunnies. So congrats to them for using uh, intellectual property law so creatively, because if the court had been like, no, we don't want your shape, we don't like the shape, they could have just been like, okay, well, I guess we can't trademark it. But they were like, look, we've got to find a way around this, and they found a creative way to protect their intellectual property. That reminds me of when we talked about Glossier, the makeup company. They were trying to trademark pink bubble wrap zip pouches, and the trademark office was like, no, and they switched it around, and they trademarked a shade of pink for the inside of their packaging. Okay. All right. So congratulations, Lindt. All right. We're gonna have a short show tonight because apparently all of y'all are watching Dipset versus the Locks. You got Tim's on, you got your your 8-ball jackets, your fitteds and whatever. Okay. Anyway, last story of the evening. In my stories, I posted a picture of a cute, adorable little girl, and I asked you guys, hello, she's a Dojette, and I asked you guys what was her name. She is a rising skateboarding star. I don't know if anybody who watches the show is a skateboarding fan, but there is a young lady out of Brazil. Her name is Raisa Leal. She is a skateboarding phenomenon. And she has earned the nickname. I'm coming. She's a Dojette after the show. And she is and this skateboarding star out of Brazil, she is known as Fadina. Fadina in Portuguese means little fairy, right? So Fadina, or Raisa, we'll call her Raisa, okay? She's going around the world doing her skateboarding thing, being amazing, an amazing little girl. And Brazil, there's an attorney who was very concerned about Raisa's nickname, Fadina, being used for, or misappropriated by people. So this attorney, Flavia Pinedo, she took upon herself to trademark this little girl's nickname. Now, Flavia Pinedo, she has no relation to Raisa Leal. She doesn't know her. They've never met. They have no relation to each other. She says, well, the attorney says, I just did it because I really want to protect her name. And she's even gone so far as to have a written declaration saying that she's going to turn over the rights of the name to Raisa Leal. While I think it's weird that a stranger would trademark a name for a little girl, this is actually a smart move if she's really interested in this child's well-being. Because if you can trademark your stuff early, you can capitalize on it early. She's a little girl. She's not thinking about intellectual property. She's out there having a good time doing what she loves. And who knows if her parents are even well versed in intellectual property, right? So if this lawyer is as, altruistic and benevolent as she says she is, she's really done this little girl a favor by protecting her name. All right. So let's hope that she keeps to her promise and hands over the rights to the name. Guys, I think I'm getting a cold. I feel congested. Anyway, yes, but those were the stories that I had for you tonight, guys. Apparently y'all are all watching the verses. That's cool. I'm gonna be watching the verses too. You know they don't start on time. But I want to thank you guys who hung out with me tonight. Make sure that you join me here tomorrow for more stories. We will a set of stories and more tips on money management for entrepreneurs. Make sure that you are booking your one-on-one appointments. Linktree.ee/NPL Consulting Firm. That's the only link in my bio on Instagram and all over my page on Facebook. Make sure that you are also going there, that you're subscribing to the YouTube channel and the podcast so that you can catch up on these episodes when you have time. If you miss a live broadcast, you can catch up at your leisure, okay? So this is where I'm going to leave you tonight. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.